Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, this one also has laser tag. Welcome to Night Vale. Jaylen Rutherford woke up on the wrong side of the bed. No hooch last night, just a dame dancing around in that gravy can of his. He can't shake the thought of her. She's a looker, to be sure, but she's trouble, and everyone knows it. But what woman isn't trouble, Jaylen thinks. Actually, a whole host of gals are pretty balanced people, he corrects himself. In fact, his new boss, the tech, the gumshoe, the sneaky possum, the private investigator, Dana Cardinal, she's got a mind like a steel trap that's caught its dinner tonight. A dinner made of clues. Speak of the big boss woman, Jaylen checks the clock. He's late. Dana will be waiting, and you don't want to keep DC waiting. But his mind feels like it's at the bottom of a well, like that cute little girl from The Ring. His mind feels like he had a whole night of eel juice and hanky-panky, but he only gets to do the time, not the crimes. Still, his gray matter wriggles under the weight of that troublesome dame Elana. He can't shake the thought of her. But he can't be thinking of dolls and birds right now. He's got a murder to solve. His own. Dana Cardinal's on the horn with another DC, Diane Creighton. A data cruncher, a numbers junkie, a spreadsheet splainer. Diane Creighton's the kind of tough broad you go to when you don't know your rows from your columns, your sorts from your filters, your elbow from your pie hole. And Diane's always here to help a friend with a spreadsheet, whether it's taxes or evidence for murder. Dana thanks Diane and checks her watch. 9 a.m. as the crow flies. Jaylen's late. Dana will have to start without him. She picks up her laptop and sits outside under the warm smile of the spring sun. The golden light holds her like a gentle father who is scared to hurt the baby. Dana sleeps well these days. She's good at what she does. She has loving friends, a healthy diet, a nice house, and several adorable ferrets. Nickel weasels, snake terriers, long mice. They're not only great guide animals, but they spook away the plug uglies and ruffians. In the buttery warmth of a spring morning, Dana remembers her last session with Doubles Anonymous. It's group therapy, but for people who killed their doubles, their doppelgangers, their Twinkies, their deuces. But in Dana's case, she doesn't know if she's the real Dana Cardinal or the double. She may never know who offed who with that stapler. Dana had invited Jaylen to join her at the next Doubles Anonymous meeting. You see, Jaylen Rutherford, well, he's a double too. Only he never got a chance to kill his original. Some other hatchet man danced that jig first. Dana texts Jaylen asking where he is, but she's not worried. It's a sunny day and she might put on the old feed bag for some yogurt and berries. Jaylen's doing figure eights around his bedsit. What sort of sap oversleeps and then can't find his satchel? He feels like a sucker, a mouth breather, a fool. But he's found his gear and he's about to take a hike. That's when the pounding begins. The knocking on the door echoes in his aching noggin. He peeps through the Venetians and his heart skips, like a stone on clear water, like a quarter note in a rag, like a hopscotch tournament. It was Elana, the dame, the dish, the doll-faced troublemaker. Elana was a no-goodnik, and he didn't want to open that door, but he had no other way out of this roach motel. Besides, she knew he was there. Like a turkey, he left his jalopy parked right in front. Might as well put up a neon sign that said, Dunce Incorporated, open for business. He cracks the door and silver light slaps him across the face, like it's threatening an 18th century duel. "Why are you running?" she says, her voice all bass and breath, like a cello on a windy day. "Why are you chasing?" he snarls back, his voice breathless and scratched. like an old shoe on wet concrete. "Talk to me, Jaylen," she implores. "I'm not who you think I am," he says firmly, finding his lungs at last. Thankfully, they were where he last left them. "I'm not who you think I am either," she says, stepping into his darkened studio apartment and pulling the door shut behind her. Dana Cardinal cracks open the spreadsheet, the grist grid, the tic-tac-toe board. Her eyes scan the numbers, and the numbers make as much sense as a Jackson Pollock painting that fell into a paper shredder. She's not just trying to solve the murder of the original Jaylen Rutherford. She's trying to crack the case of the locked library murder of one Marcus Vanston, aka Billions with a B, aka Erica, aka Moneybag Cherub. How do you kill an angel? How do you kill someone in a locked room when they were the only one with the key and it was locked from the inside? And why? She's got the where and the when for this cardinal sin, but not the how. She might, though, be close to the who and the why. Harrison Kipp, the archaeologist, the ditch digger, the mummy rustler, well, he's started a little congregation, a communion, a cult, if we're being honest. He's also started a radio show, the Twilight Gospel Hour. And 2 moons back, old Professor Kipp all but put the bracelets on and signed his own arrest warrant. He admitted that Marcus Vanston had promised a large donation to Kipp's religious goons. But that cabbage never made the soup. Kipp was burnt about the double cross, steaming like iron on cotton. It was enough to make a man murder an angel. So Dana had a who, Harrison Kipp. But why? Money madness. And how? Yes, that's the $64,000 question, isn't it? How, indeed. Marcus was no dummy, no nincompoop, no goose. The richer you are, the deader they want you. Vanston knew it, and Kipp knew it too. Kipp's a schemer, but he's a tad dim. She can't imagine how he would break into Vanston's Fort Knox. Dana turns on the kettle. Jaylen's 20 minutes late, and no text, no call, no blip, bleep, or bloop from that infernal little black rectangle in her hand. She's not worried. Not yet. Jaylen leans to Elana's ear. She smells fresh as a daffodil, crisp as a cornet at Reveille. She smells like the gal he once knew, the good girl he loved, the one on the other side, the land of the doubles. That Elana, he adored. He'd have taken a slug for her, a bat to the bean. He'd have walked in front of a Mack truck to impress that femme fabuleuse. But this Elana? She's no Elana. "You're right," Jaylen says. "You're not who I think you are. I loved you, or a girl like you. But she was from the other side of the tracks, a different place, an ethereal plane of existence. You catching what I'm throwing?" "I'm not the same girl," Elana pleads, "but give me a day, an hour, a little kiss even, and you'll forget her completely." "No," Jaylen pulls away. "My Elana was kind. She was patient. She was a model in more ways than one." "And you?" Elana exhales into his collar. "You are true to your woman. You're nothing like the Jaylen I knew before. He was rotten, a rat, a wag, an overcooked duck." Jaylen looks surprised. Had he never considered that his double might not have been on the up and up? "He did you wrong?" he asks, but he already knows the answer. "He ripped out my heart and stomped it out like a cigarette." Elana pulls him close and says, "I'm glad that sorry lug is dead." Dana makes herself another cup of joe. She takes her time with it. She likes the fancy pants pour-over style. No black sludge stuck to a stained carafe. No, DC takes her beans lightly roasted, pale as a polar bear who just saw a ghost. While the Java brews, she mulls over some letters that were found in the original Jaylen's files, letters between Vanston and Kip. She couldn't understand. Marcus Vanston was completely enamored with Kip and his mob of red-robed thugs. Why would Vanston suddenly revoke the greenbacks he promised? And more so, why would the angel of one god want to donate so much money to the church of a different god altogether? Why, the good folks down at Temple Beth Shalom raised money last year for Our Lady of the Shambling Orphan. It was after the church ran out of gruel and tattered smocks for all the grime-stained factory urchins. It's not uncommon for different religions to help each other in time of need, Dana thinks. But is Harrison Kip's religion really a religion? Or is it a cult? Kip said on his radio show they can't take donations directly, and according to Jaylen's spreadsheets, Marcus Vanston's gift was supposed to go through the community college, where Kip heads the archaeology department. Eureka! Huzzah! Hot damn! She's onto something. There it is, in cell M78. Vanston's millions going to the college archaeology department. That dough wasn't meant to help students understand history or culture, it was meant to get laundered by Kip. But why didn't the college ever get the bread? Then her phone buzzes. A text, a missive, a message from Diane Creighton. Dana doesn't know it, but she feels it deep in her sinew that Diane has found something. Something big. Jaylen studies Elana's face, her mug, her grill. It's stone, concrete, serious as a root canal. He broke my heart, she says, but worse, he broke my mind. I couldn't control my rage when I found out he had double-crossed me with that floozy from Pine Cliff. That girl's a nothing, a wisp, a see-through. Everyone in Pine Cliff is a literal ghost. Elana adds while leaning into Jaylen, what could he have seen in a chick he can't even touch? What are you saying, Elana? Jaylen asks cautiously. Did you kill my double? She pulls him close, their lips only an inch apart, and says, what does it matter? You're here now. She kisses him. He kisses her back. The lovers stand silhouetted against the open window, the light growing brighter in the mid-morning sky. But they were in too deep to care about the weather.
They were meeting in dreams, talking on the verge of death, sitting together on the Elysium field, living through feelings but nothing material, touching their hands, wishing they'd be warm. Years they spent looking for each other. What's a few more? Dreaming for their lover, covered in ash, sand, and some paper. All that was left from their face.
It's night, and Jaylen sits in a circle of chairs with a bunch of no-names, randos, schmucks. After the day he had, he wants out of here. He wants to run to Elana. He wants to run away from Elana. He doesn't know what he wants, but he knows what he doesn't want. He doesn't want to be at a meeting for Doubles Anonymous. But he missed work today with Dana, and he's feeling pretty low. He owes her this. The door swings open and in Dana walks, all sunshine and popsicles. That is, until she sees Jaylen. Her face turns sour, like orange milk left in a car on a hot day. "I'm surprised to see you at the meeting, Jaylen," Dana says. Then she adds, her eyes as stern as the back of a boat, "We need to talk after." Jaylen can't look at her. He knows he laid an egg, gummed up the investigation by going AWOL. Then the meeting starts, and Jaylen forgets about his day for a bit. The gang lets him tell his story, talk about his fears, his challenges. He tells them he learned that his original self was a louse, a twit, an oaf, and maybe as crooked as a hockey player's grin. He admits it's hard to accept that he is the double of a deadbeat. The strangers assure him that he is different. They are not we are not they, is the mantra of Doubles Anonymous, and Jaylen feels admired, like a bronze idol or a snow leopard. Dana was right, Jaylen thinks. Doubles Anonymous is the bee's knees, the spider's butt, the hornet's fedora. He thanks Dana in front of the whole meeting, but her smile looks as phony as a $3 bill that was hand-drawn while riding a bike. Jaylen is over the moon, happy as a rock at a landslide. He has so much to talk to Dana about, but Dana says she has something very important. It's about the case. "I do too," Jaylen exclaims. He tells Dana about Elana, about how she came to him today, how she's now the top suspect in his own murder. Jaylen believes she killed the original Jaylen in a fit of jealousy and revenge. "I mean, that Casanova had it coming," Jaylen adds. "Maybe not the big sleep, but he needed a knuckle sandwich at least." Jaylen loves Elana, but doesn't trust her. She's wild-eyed and unpredictable, not like the Elana he once knew. This Elana was a conniver, with more plots than a Brooklyn boneyard. Jaylen was in over his head, both smitten and terrified. Dana takes a deep breath and says calmly, "Elana is the least of your worries, kid." Dana scans the rec center parking lot. They're alone. She tells Jaylen what Diane found in the original Jaylen's files. See, Jaylen was Marcus Vanston's bookkeeper, and according to Diane, the books Jaylen kept were ringers, setups, fake-a-rooskies. Dana said if this spreadsheet was a false front, then there must be a real ledger somewhere, and Dana found it. It was hidden in Jaylen's computer under the file name Boring Old Numbers Who Cares Don't Even Bother Looking .xls. This original Jaylen was a trickster, a grifter, a con, a real shifty lizard. This spreadsheet was for an LLC called JR Financial Services, and it proved that the donation from Vanston never made it to the college. Instead, it went to this JR. "That's right. Jaylen Rutherford," Dana says. "I think your double-crossed his boss and was going to launder Vanston's moolah for himself," she adds, smug as a thug stealing a rug. "That's it," Jaylen snaps. "Maybe Elana killed the original Jaylen and stole the money. If I play my cards right..." Dana interrupts. "Hold your ponies. I found one other thing. I visited the coroner again to go through Jaylen's belongings. I found his key ring with his apartment keys, a car key, and one other key. Dana pauses for effect and says, "A key that fits the lock on Marcus Vanston's library." Of course, his trusted bookkeeper and assistant would have a spare key. "But the room only locks from the inside," Jaylen says. "Ah, but if he had a special accomplice," Dana says, "a shapeshifter, another angel, a sentient patch of haze even." Jaylen gasps. "Or a ghost," he says. Elana had said the original Jaylen was catting around with that broad from Pine Cliff, a girl with a body that won't quit, but a body you can't touch. A lady like that could walk through walls. "That's the ticket," Dana exclaims. Vanston discovered the deception, confronted Jaylen and this immaterial girl bumped off the billionaire. "By golly," Jaylen says, "you've cracked this case. Cracked it wide open, boss." Then, another voice. "Hey, Dana. Hey, Jaylen." From behind a Dodge Grand Caravan in the rec center parking lot steps a man in jeans, a t-shirt, and a baseball hat that says, "Sheriff's Secret Police." "I was just hiding under this minivan eavesdropping," says the undercover copper. "And it sounds like you're really making headway on those murder cases." Dana agrees and asks if the secret police have been hitting the bricks, sussing out perps and the like. "Oh no, not at all," the Flatfoot says. "Murders are really hard to solve, but it looks like this one is getting pretty easy. We can take it from here." "What?" Dana says. "Arrest this man," the lawman calls out. Many undercover officers emerge from beneath cars and grab Jaylen Rutherford. "You're under arrest for the murder of the angel, Marcus Vanston," they tell him. "No, not me. It was my double who did it," Jaylen's double shouts. "And we don't even have proof of that," Dana pleads. "Well, you're the closest looking thing we have to the murderer," the cops explain. As the prowl cars slither away under clinically white streetlights, Dana stands dumbfounded and alone. She knows she has to solve these murders, and soon. But if it turns out Jaylen was Vanston's killer and not Kip, then the fuzz could make trouble for Jaylen's double, the likes of which Elana couldn't even imagine. And who murdered Jaylen? That jealous Maul Elana? That greedy breeze of an accomplice? Sometimes an answer is just another question in disguise. Stay tuned next for the slam of a cell door and baleful whistling. Good night, Night Vale. Good night.
Welcome to Night Vale is a production of Night Vale Presents. It is written by Joseph Fink, Jeffrey Cranor, and Brie Williams. Sound design and production by Disparition. The voice of Night Vale is Cecil Baldwin. Original music by Disparition. All of it can be found at disparition.net. This episode's weather was Elysium by Edda Persei. Find out more at the link in our show notes. Comments, questions, email us at info@welcometonightvale.com, or follow us on Blue Sky at Night Vale Radio, or on Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok at Night Vale Official. Or remember when that strait was closed because Trump did so bad at war? Unless it still is by the time you hear this. Very possible. But mainly check out welcometonightvale.com, where we have a twice-monthly mailing list that is the best way to keep up to date directly from us to you. The economy is fake, but connecting directly with the artists you love is very real. Speaking of which, if you are able to, please support us on Patreon. It is our lifeline in a podcast business that goes up and down on the whims of the market. We couldn't do it without you. And there's a bunch of fun bonus stuff and a good community on there. Today's proverb: call me old-fashioned, but anything you can say to me over text, you also could have delivered by horse.